You promised yourself you wouldn't. Say it not this time, not to them, but 10 minutes into the conversation, you told them everything, your childhood, your fears, the thing you swore you'd never tell, and now you're driving home wondering why. Does your mouth open for the people who earn it the least? You meet someone new, they ask one question, how are you? And suddenly you're telling them about your breakup, about your dad, about the nights you don't sleep later. The shame hits you, replay it, you feel exposed, you call yourself stupid. But this isn't stupidity in psychology. This is called misattuned self-disclosure. It shows up in attachment theory when you're early. Relationships were inconsistent. Your brain learned a rule. Connection requires intensity. If I'm not fully known, I'll be abandoned, so you test people not with silence, with secrets. You hand them your most fragile parts to see if they'll drop them. This doesn't mean you're broken. It doesn't mean you have no boundaries. It means your nervous system is trying to solve an old problem. For a child, being unknown felt like death. Being too much felt safer than being forgotten. Your oversharing isn't self-sabotage, it's a survival strategy, one that worked back then, one that hurts you now. Think of your brain like a house with two keepers. Downstairs lives your limbic system, old, fast, emotional. Upstairs lives your prefrontal cortex, young, slow, logical. When you feel the threat of disconnection, the alarm goes off. Downstairs, cortisol floods the house. The upstairs keeper, your judgment, gets locked out. In that state, your brain isn't choosing words, it's chasing dopamine. Over gives you a hit. Relief. They see me. Neuroscience calls this emotional regulation through you dump the feeling to reduce the pressure inside. There's also the mirror effect. Behavioral psychology shows we match the depth we're given. If they share something vulnerable, your brain says it's safe now, even when it isn't. But sometimes they weren't deep, you just thought they were, because loneliness turns whispers into echoes. So how do you keep the upstairs keeper in the room? Here are 4 principles from psychology. 1. The 10-minute rule. When you feel the urge to confess, pause. Attachment research shows urges peak and fade in waves. Wait 10 minutes. Text a safe person instead, or write it down if it still feels necessary after then. Choose, but most times the alarm passes to reciprocity. Tracking healthy disclosure is a tennis match, not a confession booth. Cognitive science calls this tit for tat regulation. Before you share, ask, have they matched me? Did they go first? Did they stay? If the scale is empty on their side, keep your stones. 3. Name the need not. The history of oversharing is often unmet need in disguise. You want comfort, so you tell the trauma. Dialectical behavior therapy teaches this. Describe the emotion, I'm feeling lonely today, instead of your entire past. You honor the need without handing over the blueprint to your wounds. For safe people, slow doors. Personality theory shows trust is built in. Think of your story like a house. Not everyone gets the master bedroom on day 1. Let them earn the hallway first, then the living room. Watch how they treat the small things you give them. That's how they'll treat the big things. Think of your vulnerability like water. You don't stop carrying it, you just learn who has a bowl and who only has holes. The goal isn't to speak less, it's to speak with intention, to let your prefrontal cortex choose the audience before your limbic system chooses the stage. You don't overshare because you're weak. You overshare because you were taught that love had to be earned fast. But you're safe now, you can take your time. Your story is not a test, and not everyone deserves a front row seat.